Gary Torrens. He's the COO of SOMA Breath.
When we started making a little bit of money, we paid ourselves a small salary.
Okay.
It was like $3K a month, but to me that was like $1 million. SOMA Breath is we basically allow people to get high sustainably and healthy at the same time.
How can I find a Gary? It's like I am a CEO, right?
Yeah.
And I had multiple operations people. I personally, that I'm struggling with that part.
And then I stole some earrings from a store and I got caught by the police. And the ups and downs. And the downs are great because they're moments to learn.
Yeah.
And you just need to be able to learn from all the dark moments in life.
Awesome. So I'm here with Gary Torrens. He's the COO of SOMA Breath, one of the biggest breathwork brands in the world right now. And Gary and I met each other literally on the streets of Ibiza, or not in the streets, but in front of a beautiful villa. And I was there with a group of friends actually celebrating a birthday, and they brought in Niraj and Gary for a breathwork session. And I saw Gary there, I was like, hey, what an incredible human being. And besides that, he is helping the CEO, Niraj, making the vision become reality. And everyone says, now I know Gary for a little bit longer, literally I heard this sentence all the time, everyone needs a Gary. So we're going to talk about that today, like who's Gary and what is a Gary. But Gary, maybe you want to share a little bit more about your life story. Very short, this is a mini podcast. So in around 1 minute, can you share a little bit about your life story and what brought you here professionally?
Sure. Yeah. So before meeting Niraj at SOMA Breath, I was working as a logistics coordinator in a logistics company in Canada. And so it's a very logical operational role, organizing things. And I just had a passion for that. And I was able to transform the department in that business to really take it to another level and to make things more efficient. So when I met Niraj, who's this crazy visionary entrepreneur, it was just natural to me to be able to take his ideas, these crazy ideas that he has every single day, and be able to help him organize it and actually start working on them. Because when you have too many ideas, a lot of times you don't end up achieving much because you're constantly switching from one idea to another. So I'm able to transfer those ideas into reality by systematizing it and choosing the ones that I feel are going to be the most effective.
Yes, everything I need, guys. Like, it's very important. Like, his brain is very different than mine. And that's why I'm excited to sit with you on this couch. I met him a few days ago. It's like, okay, I'm going to touch you. I'm going to gain your superpowers and organizing everything. So this is really cool. But looking back at the little Gary, right? When Gary started working.
Yeah.
What was your real first job and how much money did you make?
First ever?
Like, first ever.
Newspaper boy.
I
used to hand out newspapers when I was 12 years old.
Were you someone who threw them away? Like,
sometimes,
I
yes.
did as well.
Yes. That was my first job, and I was making, I think, like $30 a month.
$30
So it's basically child labor in Canada, but somehow they get away with it.
Actually, I think it's everywhere in the world almost.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But it was a good learning experience. I learned how to be responsible and, sometimes, and put everything into the newspaper and then deliver it to the houses.
Okay, and what was your first, let's say, serious job?
My first serious job was being a sales rep for a printer company. I was going door to door selling printers.
Okay,
yeah.
You were wearing a suit and all official?
I was wearing a suit and tie.
And a printer under your arm?
No printer, business cards.
Okay.
And I would go to the parking lots and take a nap every day for about 2 hours because I just didn't enjoy doing it at all. There was no passion whatsoever in that job.
Did you make some money with it or?
Very little.
Very
little. Yeah, it wasn't for me. But I learned a lot of things about sales, which was nice. And I learned how an organization works being in that company for a few months.
Amazing. And now you work with SOMA.
Now I work with SOMA.
Are you also a co-founder of SOMA?
Yeah, co-founder
you're the
of SOMA.
co-founder of SOMA. Amazing.
Exactly.
So you have like the shares as well in the company. So since you've been, let's say, self-employed, right? So you built up the company together with Niraj. How was your financial journey? So did it start at like, oh, I'm going to build a business, I'm directly rich? That's what people think.
Exactly.
Can you share a little bit about the journey in your finances or building a business?
Yes. So initially, the company wasn't making much money. Niraj had a different company before SOMA Breath called Neural Meditation when I started working with him.
Yeah.
And the company wasn't making much money, so he wasn't able to pay me.
Yeah.
So basically, he offered me to allow me to stay in his house. He had a 2-bedroom house in Koh Phangan, Thailand.
Yeah.
And he would pay for all my meals, and anytime we went out to party, he would take care of me. So he was like my sugar daddy in a way,
So you went to many parties as well?
We went to a lot of parties for sure.
That's nice, Niraj.
Yeah, he was really good to me.
Amazing.
He really took care of me.
Yeah.
But there was no money coming in, and then eventually, when we started making a little bit of money, we paid ourselves a small salary.
Okay.
It was like $3K a month.
Yeah.
But to me, that was like $1 million at that point.
Of course, yeah.
Because I was literally like completely broke. I had like a few $100s left in my bank account at this point. And like,
how long ago is this?
This was 6-7 years ago.
Wow, what a transition.
Yeah, I had
That's
a few
amazing.
$100s in my bank account. I had about $30,000 in credit card debt and about $60,000 in student debt.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And today you travel around the world. It's a multiple,
Yeah. All of my debt's paid off. I actually have some money in the bank now.
Amazing.
The company has done 7 figures. So
Yeah.
it's been a massive, massive transition.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
While you are transforming people's lives.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, passion-driven, purpose-driven mission. So it's amazing.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
So can you share a little bit more about Soma? What do you do there?
Yeah, so Soma Breath is what we do is we basically allow people to get high sustainably and healthy at the same time. So it's a technique that allows you to feel amazing about yourself. It sends vibrations through your whole body, something you feel like doing every single day. It's addictive,
Yeah.
but it's also super, super healthy for you. It's all scientifically proven. We don't do much woo-woo stuff. We do a little bit because it's fun. But for the most part, it's all scientifically proven breathing techniques mixed with music and visualization.
Yeah.
And it just makes you feel amazing. So it's something you actually look forward to doing every day, not like other wellness practices like diets and going to the gym and these kinds of things are more of an effort. This is something that's super easy and it feels great.
And I can vouch for it. I did it multiple times and it always brought me to a different state.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize I needed it. And actually what I told you as well, like with breathwork, I have a hard time to get into it. But once I get into it and surrender, it just brings me to another level of consciousness, I think. And I really connect with my body and the surroundings, which I actually normally not do because I'm a lot in my head and not thinking and ideas. So it's like a really good practice for anyone who's like really a lot in their head.
Yeah, definitely.
Constantly.
I'm a lot in my head as well, and it allows me to like get out of it.
Oh, that's perfect. You have an amazing job then.
Yeah.
The product is amazing.
Of
and
course. I use it myself, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's great to work for a company where I actually use the product myself, like on almost a daily basis.
Yeah, amazing. And basically like now what you do with Soma, you train other breathwork teachers, right? That's kind of the model.
One of the big things that we do is we certify instructors because we want to get more people out there teaching this technique.
Yeah.
Because we know that that's the way to reach the masses is like just having one teacher, which is Niraj, doesn't work. Not everybody resonates with him. So having thousands of teachers with different personalities and different styles, we're going to reach way more people. Yeah. And we also have a new app that we launched, which is another way to make it very easily accessible for people because there's a free version, there's a very cheap paid version, and you have tons of different tracks that you can do on there.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So you're basically doing the certification model, right? It's kind of like the business model behind Soma.
That's the big part of it, yeah.
The big part of it. So if anyone is watching or listening and they say like, hey, I want to build an online business or I want to build a community, something purpose-driven, wellness-driven, and a certification model could be interesting, right, for me. Can you give them 3 tips on how to get started or to get into it?
How to get into a certification model?
Yeah, because it's like, I know it sounds very easy and fun, but I know it's also a tough thing to do. So let's say if I want to get started, what should I look into? What should I learn as an entrepreneur if I want to become successful in that?
Well, you need to see, first of all, is what you're doing in demand, right?
Yeah.
If it's not in demand, maybe you shouldn't be teaching people how to teach what you're doing. And that's what we did first. We created an amazing thing. We had a lot of products before we did the breathwork.
Yeah.
And those weren't in such high demand that it made sense to do a certification.
Yeah.
When we started doing the breathwork, there was so many people that wanted to do this that people were literally like begging us to teach them how to be teachers in this.
Yeah.
So we kind of we listened to the brand. We didn't just decide, let's do a teacher training just because we're going to make money.
Yeah.
We decided to do it because there was a necessity and there was a demand. And then when we decided to do it, it's like we didn't think twice. We just said, let's do it. We said, who wants to do it? In one of the workshops that we did, that people were just freaking out. They had an amazing time. And they asked us, they said, can we please learn how to teach this? So right away, Niraj, being the crazy visionary that he is, was like, yes, let's do it this weekend. Let's do an instructor training. And that's it. And it's just take action. Once you realize that you have something that's going to work, go ahead, take action, make it happen, and document it. This is the most important part. So when we did it, we made a little bit of money. I was so excited because we charged $300 per person. Yeah. And we made $3,000 in like 5 days. And I was like, yes, we finally made it, right? But Niraj said, no, let's use all of that money to hire a videographer and film everything. And it fully made sense. At the time, I was like, oh man, I really wanted to go like buy a coconut or something.
There's many coconuts, I have to say.
Yeah. So basically, by filming it, we were able to turn it into an online course. Yeah. And have way bigger scale as a result of that. And that's why we have over 3,000 instructors today. Wow. Over time, we've tweaked it and we've made it a much better course for sure. And we've empowered the instructors. This is probably the third tip is empower your community to push it for you. So So first is make sure you have a product fit, something that people are that's in demand. Then take action once you have it. Like just don't think about it, just go and do it. And now you could use tools like ChatGPT to help you structure it in a way that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then use the power of the community to push it out there, right? And part of that is actually helping the instructors become successful as well. You don't want to make something where you're just selling a product. There's a lot of companies that do this, and I don't resonate with that at all, where they just sell a certification and then they say, okay, go ahead, figure it out on yourself now, right? And I love a company like Zumba, which we model a lot, because Zumba, their main strategy is make the instructors successful, and they drive all of their traffic to getting students into instructors' classes, because then more people want to be instructors. It's like, oh, of course I'm going to go with this company instead of that company, because they're going to get me clients. And it's so important in business.
It's kind of like also a referral strategy in that sense, right?
Exactly.
It's amazing. So about everyone should get a Gary. How can I find a Gary? It's like I am a CEO, right? And I had multiple operations people. I personally, like, you know, that like I'm struggling with that part to get a good person. And you had actually, like, it's amazing how you and Niraj met. I spoke with Marissa actually about it. It's like, is it common that CEOs and COOs meet like that and are friends like that? And she said, no, it's really rare. Actually, it's really cool. So if I now want a Gary, how can I find those?
It's a question. It's a question I get asked all the time, and it's such a tough question to answer. And I can tell you our story and how it worked, and hopefully you can gain something from that. So before I met Niraj, I already had the awareness that I wanted to find Michelle. You know, you're looking for a Gary, I was looking for a Michelle, which was Niraj, of course. Like I wanted to find somebody who was this visionary doing something really cool and creative, and something that's helping the world, helping people. Like I really wanted to do something with purpose. So I didn't want to create it myself. I wanted to find somebody and support them, because I knew that my power was in operations and in really making things more organized. So I already had that awareness. Niraj was getting kind of frustrated with what he was doing. When we met, we connected not on business, we connected through music. And when he showed me what he was doing, he was such a passionate guy. You know, the way he talked about his business was that it was like this massive business that was going to change the world. He didn't talk about it like it was this $60,000 a year business that was selling $27 courses. Right. So that really inspired me to want to work with him. So I think the answer here is really like, keep pushing your mission, keep talking about how big it is, but like blow it up, you know, make it exaggerated. Don't talk about it like what it actually is. Talk about it, what the vision is, where it's going to be in 10 years from now. And by doing that, just by meeting people and going to these types of events like Nomad Escape, like Mind Valley, or going to places where people are looking for new career paths like Kopangan, Bali, these types of places, talking about your mission, like really embodying it and being super passionate about it like Niraj was, you will eventually attract somebody like that. Like that's the only advice I can give. I don't think this is something that you go on LinkedIn and look for somebody.
It's very tough. I did, but it was not successful.
And maybe when you did it, did you like go first? Did you lead with the mission?
I did. Okay. I shared the whole vision document and the mission, everything, like all into depth. But then still, like this relationship, because it's kind of like a marriage almost, right? So you're going to spend a lot of time with this person. You're going to clash. It's not going to be easy. So also on a personal level, you need to flow. You need to be able to have these conversations. So I had candidates that were great, but I didn't have that flow, right? But then you need to be careful, because sometimes it flows too much and becomes too friendly. So you need to have that balance between the personal and professional, and not really flowy, I would say. And I have not found that yet.
It's challenging.
Really
like me and Niraj got lucky, because it was friendship first, like a really strong friendship first, and then it became professional. And then it became a little bit challenging on the friendship side, but we made it work. So we're very lucky, and we're super blessed to have that. But it's out there. It's definitely doable. There's other examples of this in the world.
Amazing. All right. So one last question, because you have the whole location and lifestyle, digital nomad. Actually, you shared yesterday in your presentation and your talk, you showed a photo of you on the beach, Kopangan, doing all hippie stuff, and you had just a random online job, right? And I have many people watching us, basically, and listening to us, that potentially already have a super good job, but they cannot be location independent, or they are location independent, and they could be remote, but they don't make so much money yet. So anyone who wants to get into this lifestyle and become successful, what tip could you give them?
Surround yourself by people that are already doing it, right? You always hear the saying, my parents used to say it to me all the time, you're the result of the 5 closest people to you,
Your
right?
parents said that?
They used to say this to me because
Wow,
I used to hang
okay.
out with some pretty bad people when I was younger.
Okay.
And then I stole some earrings from a store, and I got caught by the police. And they're like, "See, I
But
told
the
you."
earrings were for your mom.
No, they were for me. I used to have earrings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then it would be nice. Like.
No, it's for me. So it wasn't even nice. It was $5 earrings. They charged me like $500 for stealing this. That was a big mistake. My dad was like, I told you, like you're hanging out with the wrong people.
Yeah.
So I used that same concept, but I reversed it. And I said, okay, so what I need to do this is when I was older, is I need to surround myself with the people that I want to become like.
Yeah.
And when I was traveling through Southeast Asia, writing these articles for this SEO company.
Yeah.
Eventually I stumbled across, when I met Niraj, he introduced me to the whole digital nomad lifestyle, which I didn't even know was a thing.
Yeah.
And he took me to my first co-working space, which was in Koh Phangan.
Yes.
And when I went to that co-working space, I saw a bunch of amazing entrepreneurs that were all doing like really cool businesses.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, that's it. I just need to surround myself with these people.
Yeah.
So I went and I volunteered to work at that co-working space.
Okay.
So they gave me I didn't have to pay rent. They gave me a bungalow for free.
Okay.
I just had to be there 8 hours a day at the reception while I could work on my own projects. And I ended up bumping shoulders with all these amazing entrepreneurs, one of them being Niraj. I spent a lot more time with him. And eventually I learned the ropes. So I think that's what it is surround yourself by who you want to become.
Yeah.
And that's my number one piece of advice.
Great.
Like if you're sitting in a shitty town, like where I'm from, Mississauga, Canada, you're probably not going to find those people.
Yeah.
Like go to Bali, go to Koh Phangan, go to Madeira, wherever it's full of digital nomads, if that's what you want to become. Go to a co-working space, spend time there, volunteer, do whatever you need to do to get in there.
Exactly. Great advice. And that's why we're here. We're currently actually...
Come to Nomad Escape.
Come to Nomad Escape, the Nomad Island Fest. And we're now at one of my events. We have a conference, let's say, for online entrepreneurs. And this is super powerful. We've been here for a week, like connections are built. I've seen people closing business actually on the spot, like we're officially going to work together. They came to me. That is where the magic happens. Yeah. Like you can do so much from your bedroom or your living room on the laptop, but this is where the magic happens.
For sure,
100%. So it's awesome.
Yeah.
To wrap it up, what is one motivational quote that always keeps you going through rough times?
One motivational quote. There's this one that I heard that was on a Joe Rogan podcast. I can't imitate it exactly. It'd be great if you could find a video of it, where all it says is good. He's like, numbers are down. Good. I'm feeling like shit today. Good. Everything is just good because it's just what you have to remind yourself is it's all just part of life, right? The ups and downs, and the downs are great because they're moments to learn. Yeah. And you just need to be able to learn from all the dark moments in life. And as long as you're doing that, it's good. If you're suffering from the bad moments and you're victim mode and you're saying, why does this always happen to me? Yeah. Then it's not good. You're not learning anything from it. You're not expanding. But if you just remind yourself, no, this is great. This is great that this happened to me. Yeah. For example, when I had like severe anxiety, I didn't see it at the time. I thought I was going to die. I thought I was going to have a heart attack. But it's amazing that it happened to me because it's what made me buy my one-way ticket to Thailand and meet Niraj. Yeah. And Niraj had a similar story. He got super sick. Yeah, true. And it was an amazing thing that happened to him because it allowed him to heal himself. And now he's sharing that with the world. Yeah. And he's built an amazing business out of it.
It's incredible. Now, I'm a super big fan of Soma and of you guys as persons. You're like the most kind entrepreneurs I've met. It's like really cool to know
Likewise.
you. Thank you. Yes. Like it's really cool to hang with you guys. And we just use the events to meet up a few times a year, and then we hang out and we have so much fun, and it's really great. So if people are listening or watching and they want to know more about Soma or about you, where can they find you?
So Soma, the best way is to go to our website, somabreath.com, download our app because on the app there's a bunch of amazing meditations on there, and there's also a lot of live events. We do 3 to 4 live events per week on the app. So you get to do the sessions with the community as well. It's not just you by yourself. So you get to feel what it's like to be around other people, ask questions to the instructors. So it's a great place to be.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm going to give you a big hug. Thank you for being here with me on the couch.
Yes.
It's already very impressive. People have sat on this couch with me, and you're one of them, and I'm very grateful for having you here.
I'm so grateful for you too. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.